Good morning, everyone. My name is Ben, and joining me today are Phoenix, Zay, Chloe, and Rachel. And we will be presenting to you our proposed BMI that we call Starbucks Together.
There are more remote workers and students today than ever before, and with that comes a need for places to work outside of the home or office. With Starbucks Together, this need is satisfied. By leasing out office space near our locations in major cities, we are able to offer you a perfect space for meeting, working, and studying, all with the added bonus of our signature drink and food options. Need a space to meet with a potential client? Just reserve one through our app that fits your needs perfectly. Plus, you can also use the app to order your client's favorite drink to the room and win them over. With Starbucks Together, you now have a place to get out and get things done.
So where do we plan on doing this? Well, we only plan to lease out office space that is directly adjacent to some of our existing locations in major cities. We also want to make sure that these cities have an already strong established Starbucks brand, as well as a population density to support us. Some of these cities include New York City, San Francisco, Seattle, Atlanta, and Chicago.
For operation and general management, we recommend Starbucks use a unified but different style in the new sub-brand, a simplistic style that allows customers to have their own favorite environment for working or leisure, such as a variety of different color rooms. Warm and cool color rooms can give customers different feelings. We allows customers to fully relax in their favorite environment. People can see what kind of the room and the color in our app, and they can see the layout of the room too, so they can better choose the room they want. One of the unique characteristics we developed for the sub-brand is a smart operation. Starbucks need to put efforts into the mobile app. Reserving, opening, and paying for the room and coffee via the mobile app is one significant innovation of the sub-brand. Therefore, we need a special IT development and a project team to design, launch, and manage the specific feature.
Okay, so my name's Chloe. I'm going to be going over some simple logistics of reserving your space and arriving at your space. You will be able to reserve your space through the Starbucks app for the amount of time and the amount of people that you will need, and these can be changed through the app, whether you need to add or subtract time or people. Once you arrive, before you arrive at your space, you will be receiving a code. This code will be a very temporary code, and you can use it to enter it into a PIN pad that will allow you to have access to your space, open it, close it, whatever you need to do. Additionally, while you're in your meeting space, you will be able to place your mobile orders for Starbucks, your food and your drink through the mobile app, and a Starbucks employee will deliver it directly to you in order to increase efficiency. And like I said, the app will be the mediator for all things that you need regarding your space, whether you need to place orders, whether you need to add or subtract people, whether you need to add or subtract time. We have plans to add all of that into the app in order to increase efficiency. Thank you.
We plan on marketing this largely to young professionals who work remotely within 3 miles of a participating location and that are already existing Starbucks customers and familiar with the brand. As far as competition goes, the largest supplier of short-term office space rental is probably Liquispace, but one of the issues they have is that they don't have a lot of brand awareness. We believe with a large global brand like Starbucks, we can really leverage that and overcome this hurdle. We also think key partnerships are going to be really crucial as we get started. So we plan on offering deals to businesses that are nearby our locations, especially to get our foot in the door as COVID has set a lot of like occupancy limits, and they might have a lot of people in need of a space to work. The last thing we plan to do is run a large digital campaign, and these are largely going to be digital ads run on social medias, LinkedIn and YouTube, most likely being the largest ones. With some use of influencers as well.
So looking at the costs, the startup for each store will be around $390,000, and that includes all the glass walls that are surrounding each room, all the smart boards that we have going in each room, all of the tables and chairs in each room, our barcode scanners for each room, and then we will have one printer for each space store. And then if all 5 stores are to happen, it will cost almost $2 million. Annually, we are looking around $610,000 for all the stores going on at once, all 5. And rent for all stores would be around $320,000 per year. Insurance, the average is $2,000 per store. So that would be $10,000 for every store. And then employees, if you look at the Starbucks hourly average, it's $11. And we want someone to be working, doesn't have to be one person, but 14 hours a day at the store. That would cost Starbucks around $150 a day. And a year, if they did that, it would be around $56,000 a year. So as you can see, we are leaning more towards the sustain side, and that's because we have a larger market. Our business model only has a few tweaks in it, so that will make it more sustained. And then another thing to note is our channel to market is 100% existing channel, making us very sustained.
When calculating the additional revenues that will be added on from the meeting rooms for Starbucks, we used a conservative calculation rate. In calculating the revenues that will be made, we used a 20% rental usage rate, which is very low typically for meeting rooms from other companies who have done a similar situation. We also used a rate for meeting rooms per hour that was an average of the cost of each of the 5 cities that we will be working in. That way, it is a more comprehensive calculation of the revenues that will be made for Starbucks from each location. We can see, though, that in the first year we will have a loss of about $500,000. This is because of our initial startup costs of around $2 million that will only be picked up in the year of 2020, as they will be expensed and used at that time. When we move into the year of 2021, however, we can see that with the additional income from renting out the meeting rooms and from services such as catering that Starbucks will provide, we can see that we will make almost $1 million extra dollars, including the cost of the loss from the previous year. This means that Starbucks will be tapping into a market that will conservatively make them about $1 million, if not more, per year more than they would have if they had not implemented this idea. This slide simply shows a break-even analysis showing what I described in the last slide. It shows that yes, we do have a loss in the previous year, but that in the second year, by month 3, so 15 months, we will have broken even and will be increasing the profits with the meeting rooms. This slide additionally simply shows the conservative calculation rates that we used when calculating the net revenues and profits when adding the meeting rooms for Starbucks. Now I will pass it off to Chloe.
Okay, so now I'm going to be going over why this is a BMI. First things first, this breaks the rules of a normal coffee shop experience, and it shifts consumer expectations of what a conference meeting can be. This opens up several doors for both Starbucks and the retail conference business to collaborate and to create something that's actually incredibly new and cool. This challenges the industry dogma by bringing a new player into an already expansive market. It would set a new tone for future coffee shop business models, and it creates a whole new market for a whole new plethora of people that have not yet been thought of or exchanged in this market. This challenges the basis of the competitive advantage because Starbucks will now be in the market of retail space and real estate. This is something that no other companies, especially in the coffee industry, have done before or even really thought of doing, and it would completely throw them off their course and make them rethink their entire business model. This BMI creates value, is extremely rare, is inimitable, and is absolutely non-substitutable in every way, shape, and form. And I think we have covered that pretty well in this conversation. And this BMI creates meaning, a new meaning to coffee shops and conference rooms everywhere. And that is why we as a team believe that this is an incredible BMI.